When I began answering the calling of my soul, I didn't know what I was saying yes to. I didn't know anything. Didn't know where it would take me. I didn't know what it would mean for my life. I just knew that I needed to give myself so fully to it. And somehow I knew that I was so supported. That doesn't mean that I wasn't terrified, but that dream of being me was so much bigger than the fear. That dream of living free, because it was really this call for freedom. I was yearning for freedom. I could feel this freedom. I want to read to you a little bit of my story, and this is so emotional for me because it is so personal, and it's my life, and it's my heart. As a child, I felt the reality existing within me that was full of magic and miracles. And I felt life as an adventure full of possibilities. I just didn't know how to access it. The world that I was living in had always felt a little foreign to me. My heart had been calling me for the more for as long as I could remember, but I just never believed in myself enough to open up to it. I looked to people around me if they too felt this kind of magic. And when it seemed like they didn't, I decided to tuck it all away. If I am the only one feeling this, it cannot be real. I must be making it up. How could it possibly be that life was as wonderful as I felt within me when people seemed to default to life being a struggle? And the only way through was working really hard while abandoning themselves and their dreams in the process. Basically, just survive and somehow fit in. I carried a story of being unlovable. So I went with what everyone else was doing to try to be loved. I had big dreams. I had a deep yearning to let my wild spirit lead the way. I wanted deeply to lean into the world of magic I felt within and let myself live free. I wanted to let my unique aliveness guide me. I wanted to say yes to all my dreams and just see what would happen from there. I somehow knew I was supported deeply if I summoned the courage to align my life with the subtle whispers of the soul. But I didn't. For many years, I rejected the callings of my soul. I denied myself the life that I wanted to live. And I suppressed my dreams. I made choices based on what would be accepted, approved, and liked, not based on my own inner guidance. I hid the parts of me longing to be seen, and I tried to fit in instead. And the more I did this, the further I drifted away from myself and the magic within, to a point where I couldn't feel it any longer. I felt so incredibly out of place. I felt lost and afraid and just so insecure. I kept pushing my dreams away. I worried what people would think of me. I doubted myself. I was constantly overthinking it. Deep down, I was so afraid of rejection. Since I carried a story that I couldn't be loved as the real me, I just tried to be someone that would be loved. But the truth was that I just wanted to be me. And it was like a wild flame, a calling that would just keep on showing up. I longed to be free. There was a scream inside of me that wanted to come out. There was a dream that wanted to be lived. And one day, the calling to be me was greater than the fear of what other people would think of me in if they could ever love me. I was done suppressing my dreams. I was done living a lie. I was done trying to fit in, and I was done trying to be liked. The dream of living free was finally bigger than the fear of being me. I decided to take my power back. I awakened my dream and I began living it. And I never, ever looked back. And this does not mean that it was easy, because it was not. But I didn't look back. And I kept walking in that direction where my heart was leading me. I didn't know, didn't have the details. But I surrendered into it. And ever since I decided to live it up, I have come to see that the dream is ever flowing and ever growing, and aligning our life with the whispers of the soul is not a one-time thing, but rather a lifelong, beautiful journey. We are always evolving, growing, and changing. We continue to birth ourselves, and as we evolve, so does our dreams. The most important thing that I ever did for myself was deciding to go the way of the heart and live my dream.